All right, good morning from West Tennessee. It's Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. And where are we headed to this morning?
Pony camp.
We, or more specifically, Kimber and Jenny are headed to pony camp. So we're gonna make a stop there, get them dropped off and settled in for the day. And then I've got a lot of other stuff to do, a bunch of stuff to check off the to-do list. And as usual, I'm sure it'll change, evolve as the day goes, more things will pop up. But anyway, we appreciate you watching. A good time to remind you, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give the video a thumbs up. Let's dive right in. All right, so before we actually get loaded up and headed to the pony show, making yet another attempt at getting the bull, Blueberry, separated off from the rest of the cows. You see, got most of the cows in here, but got him over there. There's what, about 6 cows or so in there with him. Which again, we'll try to keep the Jersey cow there, Lucy, with him, just as a companion. Probably gonna keep him up here in the barn lot for a few days, because apparently the gate over there, of course, is not holding him, but got help today. What do you think? You think we're gonna have him caught this time? He's caught, it's just a matter of whether or not he remains caught, but get him in here. We've got about 30 minutes before we need to hit the road. And so should have one more little thing checked off the to-do list. All right, so as you can see right there, we did get those two officially separated off. So I think that makes for the 3rd time we have separated him from the rest of the cows. So I guess the old 3rd time's a charm is what we're hoping for. But all right, so called them up. Got a few of them to come through here, including him and Lucy. Which those are the 2 we want to keep in this pasture. The 2 of them will have more grazing than they know what to do with. Here's where it may get just a little tricky. See if we can somehow sort these other 10 or 12 off. I don't know how exactly we may go about doing that. I'll start with the feed bucket. See who we can get to maybe follow us back through. Problem's gonna be is Lucy's gonna be one of the most eager ones to follow us, and he'll be one of the least eager. And so getting them 2 together without all the others may be the trick. All right, so we'll see how this works. As I predicted, Lucy is gonna be the very first one trying to get in my hip pocket with the feed bucket. But we'll see if we can keep her back, get some of these others to follow me through here. Go down here. Put some feed out on the ground, keep all these back. All right, so yeah, the idea is feed out for them, all these gather back. Unfortunately, they did knock some out of the bucket, or knock the bucket over right there at the gate. Ideally, we'd keep them back a little further. See if we can let some of these other ladies through here. Don't kick me. Calves are kind of the worst about that, but yeah. Okay, so, all right, so things working like they should for the first few. Go on, little baby, little heifer. Y'all going through there. All right, so this plan's working out better than it should have. Much, much, much better than it should have, which always scares me. Like those 2 are right there. Which probably the obvious concern is he's just gonna bust right through these gates again. And he may do exactly that, but I'm gonna take some feed over there. But yeah, again, I can't emphasize enough how much easier that went than would have been expected. Went exactly according to plan. Things do not go like that typically around here. Okay, so like I said just a few minutes ago, things went way too well with getting those 2 sorted off. I was on the mower, turned and looked, and yeah, he already looks like he tried to put his head under the gate, because the gate appears to be significantly modified, would be the nice way of saying it. Yeah, he just stuck his head under there and pushed his way through. Cheap snap broke, which is actually probably a blessing, because otherwise he would have torn the gate completely apart, which I don't know that we can say too much good about this gate anyway. No, you're staying in there. I'm not, it ain't gonna be total loss. But I really don't even know what the point is of trying to get him back in here, because he clearly knows that he can do that. So, need to get him separated from the cows, but this is a major pain in the butt all of a sudden. I don't know. We're gonna have to think about it. But need to get him separated and figure out somewhere for him to go. Got him separated off. It's one little thing off the to-do list. Now, where are we headed to?
Pony camp.
That's right. We're gonna get on the road and head that direction.
Hey.
All right, so Kimber getting Jenny hooked up there.
Hey.
Jenny, behave.
Stop.
She being silly. But get them all loaded up and delivered. All right, good job. All right, so 4 hours later, we're back home again. Feel like we've driven around the world today. It was basically 45 minutes to pony camp, an hour to the feed store, then another 45 minutes back home with a stop at another feed store along the way. But so we got the old truck loaded down there pretty good, which kind of brings us to another subject. Why we didn't take the old farm truck to 1 ton is that it has a pretty significant transmission problem. I'm afraid it may even need a transmission. Knew it had been acting a little funny, and then yesterday it would not go into reverse at all. So I hope we got enough room to turn it. It turns about like a barge or a cruise ship, but I hope I got enough room here to turn around, keep going forward without needing to back up. But anyway, gonna try to get that dropped off this afternoon too if I have time at the transmission shop. But got this stuff home, gonna get it unloaded. Vitaferm Heat. A lot of cattle people are familiar with that brand name of mineral. It's a little bit of a specialty product, I guess, at least around here. We've never been able to get it. And then I did find a retailer here, like I say, about 45 minutes away that's carrying it now. And so went ahead and bought a ton. Got some horse feed too, so gonna get that unloaded, and then gotta run back and pick Kimber up from camp, and then got a few more other chores we need to get done this afternoon, and should have time to get all that done. Not expecting any rain or anything like that to throw us off. All right, so now we're gonna let these two out. They can have more run of the whole barn lot. Too, they've got access to that old roll of hay. There's grass to pick around on in here too, but give them just a little more area. Hopefully, those secure enough where he won't try to get out and get back with the cows again. The whole idea of keeping Lucy with him is that he will, value her companionship and not want to get back with the whole rest of the herd. But I guess maybe the obvious problem is of course there's going to inevitably be a few that didn't get bred. Hopefully not many, and so there may be 1 or 2 out there that are coming back in heat, which really gets his attention. But anyway, we'll see if this works and on to the next project. All right, so you can see behind me the kids and I have loaded up the side-by-side. We're down here on the farm with the stocker steers, because we have 4 that are basically MIA and have been for at least the last week, which it got no phone calls about any being out or anything like that. So our best assumption is that they are here. I think they're probably not in this pasture with the rest of them. When we moved into this pasture, rotated them in here, they weren't all in one group, so we left the gate open for a few days. And we can confirm that 69 of the 73 are in here, but not the other 4. So our best guess is that they're in that other pasture. It's just annoying. I think they're all right. Again, no phone calls they've been out or anything, but don't know that might not possibly be sick, or it's just frustrating. We like to be able to put eyes on them all the time. So gonna, you know, it's about 90 degrees right now. They're probably gonna be laid up somewhere in the shade, but just gonna start kind of a search mission, see if we can find them. Then if we get real greedy, we may see if we can then ease them into this pasture. Again, they might be in here somewhere. About half of this farm is wooded or timber, and so they can be somewhere in the woods and, you know, just out of sight. But yeah, I think we can find them. We're gonna give it a try. So we know exactly which 4 numbers we're missing, but now it's just see if we can get eyes on them, confirm they are okay, and then see if we can get them into the right pasture. The other thing too, we're giving them a little feed every day. You know, I check them first thing this morning, just like I do every day. It's not enough feed to really matter. You know, it doesn't make a huge part of their diet. Yeah, well, let's talk about coyotes. We've seen a few here over the last few days. But it's more just getting them trained to come to the feed bunk so that when we do need to catch them, whether it's to treat a sick one or to get them on the truck whenever we're ready to sell them, just really need them feed bucket, feed bunk trained. And when they're not hanging out with the rest of the herd, that just makes that impossible. So getting frustrated with these few. The last few years, we have not had this big of a problem. Like pretty much the whole group would stay together all year long. And this year it's been rare for all of them to be together, you know, every day. All right, and so there's several of the boys. Chances are if they were in this pasture, we wouldn't have been missing the same 4 every day for the last week. So I feel pretty certain they're not in here. But we'll take a look. It's 41, 42, 44, and then 57, which it is kind of odd that 3 of those numbers are so close together. None of those are the culprits we're looking for. If you'll remember, 57 was actually the one that had gotten out that the neighbor had brought back to us. So he has kind of a history of being a little bit of a loner and an escapee. So he might regret that we didn't just take him to the sale barn. Here's the bulk of the rest of them. And again, we'll take a quick look, be sure we don't see any of those numbers that we're really interested in. If not, we're going to move on to that next pasture and really start our search. Kimber's doing a fine job managing the gate, which is especially important when all those boys are now wanting to follow us through, which is slightly annoying because if we do find those other 4 like we hope right here, we can't really open the gate to try to push them through because all those are going to most likely be more eager to come this way than those to go that way. And so this mission may, you know, success may be just finding them, but I'm encouraged with all these boys on their feet. I didn't know, you know, it's 90 degrees, it's, you know, kind of mid to late afternoon. I thought they might be laying around in the shade. So them up on their feet grazing's good. They're eating grass, gaining weight, and 2, may make these others a little easier to find if they're on their feet. All right, so a little bit of a thumbs up. I don't know if you can see him through there, but right there, there's one of them. And the hope and the expectation is that there'll be 3 more up there too. So this was about where I figured I'd find them, in here in these woods, kind of in this cane thicket. It's nice and cool. Again, probably not gonna be able to get them into the next pasture with those others, but at least be sure they're not, nobody's bad lame or showing cough or anything like that. Still just see the one though. So that's the assumption that they were all 3 going to be together may have been completely wrong. Which I don't know, finding one by himself, that's, if I had to bet, I'd say it's probably number 57 because he got out all by himself once already. And so he's, I guess, already shown a tendency to not care about being with the rest of the herd. But he's done walked on up there out on the other side of the pasture. So I'll jump back on the side by side with the kids and ride around there and see which one that is. All right, so we can confirm that's number 42. We've got somebody up ahead moving. So maybe they're all here. I want to see how he looks. He's obviously laying down. Be sure there's not anything wrong with him. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You lame or anything? Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna be lame on that left rear foot. So that explains why he's not hanging with the rest of the herd. So there's 42. See if we can weave our way out of here. See who these others were. See if it's all of them. Oh, looky there. There are 3 more. So our process of elimination, that has to be 41, 44, and 57. So we'll right up there and take a look at them. Looks like the white-faced one here on the right is lame, also on a back foot. I really don't know. I don't know if it's the fescue that's done this. I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but the end-of-fight infected fescue can cause problems with their feet and extremities, just with blood flow. Call it fescue foot. You can see one, and we'll show you as we pull up there. Looks like he's kind of lost the end of his tail. I think that can also be a consequence of fescue toxicosis. And that brings us to, of course, the mineral we talked about earlier that we bought. Hopefully one of the benefits we may see from it is less problems there. But this is essentially mission accomplished. It'd be a full success if we could actually get them into the next pasture as well. But I'm pretty sure we have 69 other steers right on the other side of the gate waiting to come in here. So, and I don't want, this farm's in 3 pastures, and it's all in a row. And so I need them, if anything, to go that direction. So I don't want them coming back into here. But anyway, that's just kind of pasture rotation logistics that probably don't make as much sense talking about it versus if we were looking at a map. Alright, oh, y'all don't run off like idiots. So yeah, you can see badly lame right there. That's number 41. 44 and 57 are gonna be those 2, and they're just acting like idiots. Yeah, 57 right there. But anyway, so okay, we found everybody. Yeah, any chance of us getting them into that next pasture is probably a joke. Especially as spooky as those 2 are acting. Yeah, you got half a mind that if you get these caught in a pen, you might just put them on a trailer and get rid of them. Because if they're gonna be, you know, uncooperative, you know, constantly, that's no fun. But anyway, we'll start making our way back towards the truck. All right, so while we're here in this pasture, with these steers aren't supposed to be in here, but we can put a little mineral out for them. Yeah, I was interested too to see what that looks like. Put your camera down in there, Kimber. It's a lighter colored mineral than that co-op mineral been feeding is real dark red. Smells good. All right, let me dump it in here. Yeah, it smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let's get the video.
All right, and so I don't necessarily expect that to make those feet that they're lame on all better right away, but at least got some mineral out for them. Okay, so now we may be getting way too greedy, but all those other calves had moved on, so went ahead and opened up that gate. These 3 that took off running here through the woods, I'm gonna see if I can put just a little pressure on them, hopefully ease them that way. They see the gate. Probably wishful thinking, but like I say, we're gonna be a little greedy, see if we can get that accomplished. And that first one we saw, he's still over there in that thicket. Feel like we could probably move him pretty easily. Unfortunately, with him being as lame as he is, he's not and he's a little just calmer too, so we'll see if this can work. Key would be have them moving slow and easy and not just take off running, you know, like a bunch of deer, in which case there's no way they'll see the gate. They'll just blow right by it. All right, so yeah, kind of as I predicted, excuse me, that was gonna be a little too greedy. I could see these boys. I was coming down here through the woods. We're still on this bottom. We're about to get back out. So I said, no, we'll axe that idea. We know where those 4 are. We can sleep a little easier tonight, knowing they're still in the pasture. Might not be in the exact pasture we want them in, still on our property. So again, still mission accomplished. We found the 4 missing steers. So, but it's 5:30 now. We had a pretty productive day. Finally got Blueberry separated from the cows once again. Got Kimber to pony camp and back home. She had fun with that. Did get the truck moved to the transmission shop. Hadn't heard anything back from them. They were quite busy, which I think just about any and all businesses right now are extremely short-handed and overworked. So I don't know when they're going to get a chance to look at it, give us a diagnosis. We're expecting the worst there, but that'll probably just about wrap it up for this video. We appreciate everybody watching. We I guess stay tuned. Next one we may be doing a roundup, see if we can get them to the next pasture. Hold on, we're almost done. Y'all know what to say. But again, if you'll give the video a thumbs up, we appreciate that. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And as always, what do we remind everybody to do?
Eat beef and God bless.
Eat beef and God bless. Can you say it?
No.
Yeah. Willis says no. So we'll try one more time. Eat beef and God bless.
Beef and God bless.
There we go. We knew he'd come around. But anyway, yeah, get back to the truck and get out of here. Y'all have a good one. Now she's getting smart. She's making me get the gate. They grew up too darn fast. Y'all go on, boys. There you go. That's good.